Hi, I'm Amanda Edwards, your City Council member in the At-Large 4 position. I'm excited to be here today because we are joined by a special guest, Principal Trinh of Wisdom High School, so that we can talk about our upcoming Be the Solution youth and immigration discussion on immigration issues this weekend. We're very excited about this discussion because the issues relating to DACA, relating to SB4, and other immigration law and policy issues are pressing in today's community. And so without further ado, I'm asking Principal Trinh a little bit about his story and a little bit about Wisdom High School so that you can understand why we're choosing to make sure that our immigration town hall is held at Wisdom High School this weekend. Principal Trinh, thank you for being here with us.
No, thank you for being proactive and being a community activist on this one to help support our communities.
You're most welcome. And when we thought about the Be the Solution youth and family immigration town hall meeting, we immediately thought about Wisdom High School because of its composition and, more importantly, because of its principal. You have a very unique story, and I'd love for everyone in our Facebook community to hear more about it. Do you care to share?
Sure. I mean, nothing special. I mean, I'm back in the late 70s and early 80s. The first wave of Asian immigrants were the Vietnamese boat people, and I was one of them. So there's two waves that left, either the fall, right before the fall of Saigon in 1975, and the one that come afterward when the communists takes over. So we left in late 77, arrived in the United States in early 78 to the United States, and as a refugee from Vietnam after the Vietnam War, and basically literally on a makeshift raft,
Mm-hmm.
The government resettled us in the Allen Parkway housing complex, and that's where we grew up and went to school at Great Lincoln, and that's how we got introduction to American life, and American cultures. And it was kind of unique in the sense is that we were told certain area not to go across, like the 45 overpass or past KJOU Channel 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to go past there. Just stay within this boundary where you are.
Well, it sounds like Houston has changed a tremendous amount from those days to now. And in fact, Houston is actually the most diverse city in the country, and that is an amazing feat. One of the things that a lot of people don't know, however, is about our extensive immigrant population, especially in the southwest area of town where Wisdom High School is. You want to share a little bit about just the students there and kind of what you see on a day-to-day basis with respect to how diverse your student body is?
So this year we're approximately almost 2,000 students. Roughly about 60% of our students are ESL learners. And We're not a specialized school for ESL or newcomer school. We're just a regular comprehensive high school. Most of your constituents in the city of Houston know us by Lee High School or Robert E. Lee High School from the old days, and now it changed to Wisdom High School the last couple of years. We're about 55 different languages spoken there. And so you look at
55 languages?
55 different languages. So the last couple of years, we still have a lot of Central American coming in from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, but lately we have a lot of Middle Eastern coming in from Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan.
Right. And one of the reasons why we thought it was important to have this event on a Sunday, people have asked the question, why would you have an event on a Sunday afternoon and in terms of making sure that you have good attendance? We wanted it to be geared towards youth and families. Tell us a little bit about that, because that suggestion came from you.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
That's several years of trial and error. We realized that a lot of our parents, even the students themselves, work Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the busiest business day for restaurants and service industry.
Yeah.
And Sunday, usually they take that off and they go to church in the morning. And so around about 11, 12 o'clock, they get off to church, and that's probably the rest time. So we figure around that time is perfect for us to have that.
Right.
Events.
And so one of the things that we want to get out of this event is to make sure that we're empowering communities. This is part of our community empowerment series where we're going to different communities and focusing on different topics. for the goal of equipping people with knowledge, encouraging them, and then most importantly, empowering them so that they can be the solution in their communities. And in this case, what we hope to have happen is that our panel of experts, ranging from Chief Acevedo, we have a co-moderator, and Cynthia Cisneros from Channel 13, ABC, and so many others who will be part of this effort. We want people to have information that's concrete, solid, and that they can share with others, their families, their communities. Is there anything else that you want to make sure people are encouraged about? I know right now it's very much a difficult time for a lot of families. A lot of people live in fear. A lot of people don't have answers that they need, and so we're trying to help address that. Is there anything that you want to achieve in that regard?
I mean, I'll try to say without joking up on tears here. I love this country. I think it's the best country in the world. I mean, no matter what the ill that we have in our system, there's still this racism, there's still bigotry. But the good thing is that for every one of those folks you run into, there are hundreds from different races and backgrounds will stand up for you and say, hey, that's wrong. So we sometimes we get angry and we focus on that one person and thinking that everyone else is like that. We're so angry at that time, that one person, that we think the whole world like that, the whole country's like, they're not. And I'm living proof of that. I mean, first time in the United States, they speak one word English. And I remember my ESL teachers. I didn't find out a few years later that she actually took a second job at a mall to buy us Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And, you know, there were people that called me name, but then for everyone that does that, the other people stood up and said, hey, leave them alone. But sometimes you get angry, you focus on that one person that we know that there are so many good people. The good thing is that they can stand next to you and tell you, you're not going to make it, you stupid, you know, call you name. But the good thing about this, the country is this, they can't block you. They cannot stand in front of you and say, don't go past this. Just keep walking. Walking, when I say walking, it's like determined, study hard, don't give up, and push yourself, and you get to that goal line. And eventually, you know what? You might be their supervisors. You know, you might be their boss one day. But the good thing is that they can call you all this stuff, but in this country, no one can block you from going to where you need to go.
Yeah.
And I want people to understand that.
And so I'm hearing that you want people to feel inspired, that they can defy the odds, face whatever obstacles may come their way, and despite all of those things, make sure that they persevere, keep working hard, keep pushing forward toward their goals, and eventually being able to achieve those goals. And what we hope will happen on Sunday, December 3rd, is that people will feel inspired and leave not only connected to your story and the work that you're doing. And I didn't brag on you, but you've done so much for the students at your high school. And I just want to publicly on our Facebook Live feed thank you for being an inspiration to your students. Having good role models and people who walked in shoes similar to theirs is really important to keep people motivated. And so I want to say thank you for what you do on a day-to-day basis to keep our students and families engaged, but then also invite our community to come out and support the event. It will be held at Wisdom High School this Sunday, December 3rd from 12 to 3:30. We will have resource tables and also actually even some lunch, and also an opportunity for people to get their questions answered. If they want to quietly ask a question, they can write it down, they can ask it in public, whatever they'd like, but we're here to provide answers so that the community can have people in it who are equipped with the knowledge so that they can be the solution in their neighborhoods and respective families. So I hope you come out. Thank you.